Hey guys, it's me Sylvia, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sylvia Gani. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I drop a new video every single Sunday and a bonus video throughout the week. Today's video is all about like weird foundation applicators. So basically these three items are probably like my newest and weirdest foundation applicators. So we have this like fishtail mermaid tail brush. We have the Clarisonic like makeup brush. So you're literally meant to use your Clarisonic, which is usually meant for like cleansing your face, and this is meant to like electronically buff out your foundation. So I'm really excited to test that one out. And then we also have the Eevee Blender, which I'm sure you guys have heard about. The Eevee Blender is like the newest silicone foundation applicator. After the Sponge, I feel like silicone applicators are like all the rage. They're coming out with so many different types. Funny story about mine, it's actually like defective. It's not supposed to be this like beige color. It's supposed to be clear. So I got an email after like months of waiting for it to come in, by the way. It took so long. I got an email saying if my Eevee Blender is beige, then it was like in a wrong batch. The manufacturer like messed it up, so to take a picture and they'll send me a new one, but whatever, I don't really mind. I wanted to include it in this video, so I'll probably just keep the beige one. Now before I start the video, I do want to tell you guys that I've been trying a new product in my skincare regimen, and it's starting to like flake and peel my skin, and that's supposed to be like normal for it. It happens for like the first week when you start using it. It has nothing to do with the applicators. Like I'm just gonna focus on how well it can blend the product, and if it's like multi-purpose, like you can blend out concealer, contour, and apply foundation. We'll test that out too. But as far as like how great my skin looks and like dry patches and stuff like that, ignore that completely. My skin is just going through it right now because of this new product. I'll keep you updated on what it is if it actually starts to work, but as of right now, my skin's like freaking out and super flaky and nothing looks good on it, you know? So just, we're filming this anyway. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I'm gonna stop chatting away. We have all video to do that. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna start out by clipping my hair back because everyone seems to get annoyed when I don't do that. I'm gonna have to wipe off like my entire face makeup between trying out each product, so that's also gonna really mess with my flaking skin issue that I have going on. So gross, I know, TMI, but that's what's happening. So really do not judge these products off of how my skin looks in this video. Fair warning. So we're gonna start out with the Eevee Blender, which is this guy right here. It's the silicone sponge. It's like super squishy. It has a little spot for your finger to apply like this. My finger doesn't fit in it because of my giant nail. It's like really uncomfortable. The idea behind this and like why this is so innovative and great is because it's silicone, not supposed to eat up a lot of your foundation. It's supposed to give you a nice flawless finish and be easily reused and last longer than the Beauty Blender because you can just wash it right off right after each use. So let's see if all that is true. I'm gonna be using the new Tarte Stick Foundation. This is just the one I've been using lately. Obviously it's not the same color as my face, but we're trying to match it to my body. So just don't hate on that, you know? You're supposed to swipe. I forgot to give you guys a product shot, so now you're just gonna get a dirty one. There you go. This is it. It's got like little ridges in it. So it says for the perfect blend, swipe and bounce. So that's what we're gonna do. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Maybe I'm assuming you just swipe it like everywhere you want it and then bounce. Swipe, bounce. So it's definitely really hard. Even though it's very squishy, it's hard on your face, so that's not very comfortable. This one is kind of pricey. Like I paid $28 for it, and it took like so long to get here, like literally months to get here, and it came defected, so that's kind of disappointing. But if it does save you a lot of product by not using up your foundation and it works really well, like it could be worth it. It seems to be doing a good job so far. I just have to be a little bit more aware and like careful. Really make sure you're blending it in all those areas. You just have to work a little bit harder. And so far it is taking a lot longer than it would take me to use like a beauty sponge. So I've completely done my entire face, and my kind of final verdict on the foundation application is that it's really difficult to make it like super even, but it does do like an okay job. Like it totally gets the job done. If I didn't know that the Beauty Blender existed and I had never used the Beauty Blender, I would think that this is a totally okay way to blend out your foundation, you know? But just because I know that there's something better out there, like I'm not quite loving it. You can kind of tell on my forehead like that there's some areas where there's more foundation. It's very like patchy and uneven, and that's just because like it takes a long time to really make sure that everything is perfectly blended. Like you have to rotate from swiping to patting to swiping, and like when you swipe it removes some foundation from that area and like moves it around. So it's like a little bit tricky, but you can definitely get used to it. It just takes like a little bit of extra patience. Now let's see how well it can blend out concealer. It does have a nice fine point, so I'm hoping that we can get right underneath the eyes with that. I feel like the more product you get on there, it starts to become super sticky and lift the product off your face almost. It's hard to spread right now. It's like getting stuck to my face. This honestly feels so similar to when I tried using a condom to blend out my foundation. Not gonna lie, it's like very, very similar. It's starting to get like super sticky like that. So concealer is completely blended out. Honestly, it did an okay job. It just started to get pretty sticky and like uncomfortable feeling, but it does blend it out. I think that this takes a little bit of like work, you know, you just gotta play with it and figure out like the best way that it can work for you. So final verdict, I think I'll just keep trying this like a few more times to see what I really think. Look at myself like in natural sunlight. That's when you can really tell how even your foundation application is. And then I think I can really get a sense of whether I like it or not. As of right now, I think it just did the bare minimum of blending everything out. It didn't do like an extraordinary job. A beauty sponge is still better in my opinion, but definitely a cool product. So next up is like this Mermaid makeup brush. I don't know if this is necessarily meant only just for your foundation. Just by looking at it, it looks more of like a contour kind of brush, but it's really unique and super cool and new. And this recently was like super viral, so we'll test this one out. This time we're not going to do my whole face. I'm just going to do like a little patch test, maybe just do my cheek and see if I can blend out the foundation. Wow, that's quick. Definitely quicker than the Eevee Blender. It did soak up a lot of product though, and you can see it's like not completely even. I'm gonna try applying a little more. Excuse me, earring, you're in my way. It's just not really keeping the product on my face. It's almost like sweeping it right off. Not my favorite application, so I don't think I would use this to apply foundation just based off of that little patch test. But let's use it for contour because I honestly think that this is more meant for contouring. I'm gonna use the new Urban Decay Shapeshifter little compact here. One side is like cream and the other side is powder, which is so cool. I haven't used the cream contour side yet, so let's see. Let's chisel those cheekbones, honey. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so it applies it in a super straight line, obviously. It's a great shape for that. But now let's try and blend upwards. It's doing the same thing that it did with the foundation, where it's literally just moving the product around and kind of soaking it up. So it's like lifting it off my face, and that's giving us a really uneven, patchy application. So now I'm gonna try it with a bronzer, the Hoola bronzer, which I know and love. This is a great product, so if it looks like crap, then we know it's the brush. It just seems like a really precise brush to use with powders, you know? Like it seems like it's way too dense to be able to properly blend out powders. I'm not really having the greatest experience with this brush right now. So my final thoughts on this guy right here is probably that it's not the most practical, and I tried to use it many different ways and it's just, it doesn't really do a good job. So it is what it is. We're striking out so far. Probably just keep this more of like as a decor item on my desk and like my beauty room, just because they are really cute, but they're not my favorite brush. And I probably won't be using it often or at all. Last but not least is the Sonic foundation brush from Clarisonic. So this is my regular Clarisonic that I have. I use it to cleanse my face, and they came out with another brush head for it, which is meant to help to blend out your foundation. So you're supposed to just switch out the brush heads. Oh God, did I break it? Okay, no, that was easy enough. Okay, it does seem to have some bristles like sticking out of it. Oh no, but maybe it's because it's brand new, you know, that sometimes happens, brushes shed. So it seems like it's ready to go. Woo! It vibrates. I haven't tried one of these like machine vibrating like makeup application things yet, so this is the first one because I know there's a few out there. You're supposed to be able to blend out foundation, concealer, contour, color correcting primer, BB creams, and cream blush. So it says for full coverage, foundation, or contouring effect, apply your favorite products onto the areas of your face and move the device in circular motions, starting at your cheeks and transitioning to your forehead, and then nose and chin area. That's very specific. I got to do it in like a certain way. Let's start at my cheeks, go in circular motions. Ooh, you guys, it's definitely blending. Circular motions, I keep forgetting. Oh, it's so like tickly when I go near my nose. It makes me want to sneeze. So far, I think this one is way better than the other two we've tried. Going in the order that they recommend. I don't know why it really matters where you start or finish, but we'll do it their way. It's kind of getting into like my baby hairs here. So that's annoying, but other than that, it's doing a really good job. It's a lot more gentle than I expected it to be. Like I thought this was gonna be like vibrating my whole face off, but it's way more gentle than that. Oh, oh. I can't do my nose. My eyes are watering. Oh my God, it's like tickly. Ooh, that's too much. Just get through it. Get through it. Oh my God. Definitely can't do your eye makeup before doing this. So I did my whole face. That was really fun, and I think it actually works. Like my foundation is perfectly blended. I don't know how well you'd be able to build onto like problem areas or anything like that, so let's give that a try because I feel like it really just like blends it right into your skin. But let's try. See if it can cover up those blemishes. It actually did a good job. It covered up those blemishes, so it is buildable. You can apply more in some areas if you want a little more coverage. I'm really impressed so far. This is doing an amazing job. It is very, very uncomfortable to use around your nose though, because it's like tickly and makes you want to sneeze. The vibrations just like mess with your sinuses. Like it's very uncomfortable. But other than that, it did such a good job. So let's try it for contouring and for concealer. It says to do the lighter color, like your highlight first, and then move on to the contour. Let's do it. Oh, do you see my eyelid vibrating? Oh, that's uncomfortable. That was weird, but it's doing such a good job, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I really don't like the feeling of it around my nose or close to my eye. That's so weird. It vibrates my entire eyeball. Oh, it makes me want to sneeze. Oh, I hate that. But it's worth it because it's doing such a good job. Okay, that's as much as I can get into the inner corner without vibrating my entire eyeball off. Now let's do the contour. This is so cool. It's actually working. And that was really quick too. What? That was like 2 seconds. Look at this. 1, 2. Blended in completely. And I was worried about like the light color messing with the contour, but it totally didn't. Especially compared to the first two we tried, this thing wins by a long shot. It actually did a really good job. The only negative thing I have to say about it is that it's literally like impossible to do your nose and your under eye like really close in the inner corner there, because it's just very uncomfortable, that vibrating feeling. The worst feeling. It feels so weird. But other than that, like for my foundation and for the contour, it did such a good job, and it actually blended out that contour so quickly, way quicker than I've done it with any other brush before, or a beauty sponge even. So I'm actually really impressed. This gets my approval. I don't know if I'll use it every single day, but I'll definitely try it out again for the liquid contour, because I think that blends out liquid contour better than anything else I've ever tried. So there's that. From all three, definitely the Clarisonic foundation brush was my favorite. It did the best job at blending and doing what it's supposed to do. And it was the most versatile, from concealer to contour to actual foundation. It could do it all. My least favorite was this guy right here. Honestly, this is just kind of gimmicky to me. Like, I think it just would look good as a decor item, and that's it. For the Eevee Blender, I'm kind of like mixed, you know, I'm on the fence. I'll have to keep trying it to see how I really feel about it. But I think I'd still prefer the beauty sponge over this. So that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you let me know and you tag me on my other socials if you see some sort of like new beauty tool or whatever coming out and you are curious about it, because I love to test them out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you missed my last upload, just click the box down below to watch it. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you watch this whole video and you're not subscribed yet. And check out my socials if you want to be friends on them. That would be cool too. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!